Today is a celebration of work carried out by PMC and the community. To get the excitement rolling, let's hear a piece of our music from our house band, the Jazz Gems. Let's give them a great welcome. And welcome. Great performance. Thank you very much. Okay, we're going to jump right into our next video from our very own here at the Northeast Regional Library, Lisa's Carpenter's video.
Hi, I'm Lisa Carpenter and I work here at the Northeast Regional Library. The Northeast Regional Library is one of the branches of the Free Library of Philadelphia. The Free Library first opened in 1894 and was originally located in just 3 rooms of City Hall. Today it has grown to over 54 branches throughout the city, and every neighborhood has easy access to a library in their own community. The Northeast Regional branch of the Free Library first opened in 1963, and on October 28th it will celebrate its 54th anniversary. The Northeast Regional Library is second only to Parkway Central Library in size and available resources. Can you guess how many people visited our library last year, or how many items they borrowed? Okay, so over 206,000 patrons visited our library last year, and they borrowed a total of 304,000 items. Did you get that? The Northeast Regional Library has 4 floors and 5 departments. Let's go inside and visit the Humanities Department. That's where I work.
Hello, my name is Vincent Singleton. I am the supervisor in charge of the Northeast Regional Humanities Department. The Humanities Department covers 2 floors. The first floor is for teens, DVDs, audiobooks, and foreign languages. The second floor contains fiction and nonfiction. Sandman has won several awards. It's really good. It's noted for its high literary quality as well as the visual imagery in the book. So if you're looking for something that's both textual as well as graphic, this is a good series to start with.
Thank you for that little video there. Okay, next up is our head librarian, Mr. Peter Lehu. He's going to tell us a little bit about the library services that we do offer here. Mr. Peter Lehu.
Thank you, Ralph. We are thrilled to be hosting the People's Media Collection here at Northeast Regional Library. We are, as Lisa said, we opened in 1963 as the first regional library in Philadelphia and one of the first regional libraries in the United States. So we are basically the central library of Northeast Philadelphia. We are in between the size of a neighborhood branch and the central library downtown. But if people need extra computer time, if they need more space, or if they need to do more in-depth research, we're here for them. We serve both the Cottman Avenue area, but also the whole Northeast Philadelphia. So we want to be here to help you. We want everybody in Northeast Philadelphia and Philadelphia as a whole to have a library card. If you had a library card years ago and you think you might have some fines, and you've been scared to come and ask us, please don't be. We can help you out. We want you to have a card. You can have one even if you have fines, and we can help you with a payment plan if you want to get yourself back on track and borrowing books again. As I said, we have an in-depth research collection, and while we might not see shelves of encyclopedias as you once did, or shelves of bound journals, we still have that information. It's digital, it's online, and our librarians are here to help you find the true facts, the right information, and help you evaluate resources so you know what's true, and help you get multiple perspectives on something. So we want you to have a library card. We're open to all, citizens, non-citizens, everyone in Philadelphia, and indeed anyone in Pennsylvania is entitled to a free card, also if you go to school in Philadelphia or you work in Philadelphia. And we're not just a research institution, we're a community center. We have a small auditorium on the ground floor, and we host English language classes, craft circles, workshops of all different types. We have a large job fair every year, and on September 22nd we're having a senior fair where seniors can come and get a free SEPTA pass and learn about senior services in Philadelphia. We're also having a storytelling workshop series starting on September 19th, where we have a professional storyteller coming to give information and tips on how to tell stories orally. Of course, we also have tons of children's services, story times for kids almost every day. We have over 1,000 programs for both adults and children every year. So come, as Ralph said, come on down. We want to meet you here at Northeast Regional Library. Ask for me, I'm Peter. Ask and don't be afraid to talk to any librarian here. We're here to help you.
Thank you for that great information, Pete. Thank you for that great information. Next up, keeping up with our program, we have a passport department here. A lot of people are not familiarized with it, and we like to familiarize with it. Our next person here that's going to give you some information about our passport office is Tanisha Holmes.
I'll give you some information about the passport office as well.
Okay, great, Pete. Thank you, Pete.
So we opened a passport application acceptance facility in the library back in April. And if you are traveling, not just outside of the country, but starting in January of 2018, you will need either a real ID or a new passport in order to travel within the country by airplane. So the Pennsylvania IDs are working on getting compliant. Your driver's license, your state ID, will soon be compliant if you get a new one, so you can travel domestically. But until that day, you would need a new passport to do so as your ID when you go to the airport. So come here. We will help you fill out an application, take your registration fee, and you can make an appointment. You can walk in. We have some very knowledgeable passport application agents here to help you at Northeast Regional Library.
Again, thank you, Pete.
You're welcome, Rob.
Thank you very much. Now, keeping up with our program, next we have a little brief video we like to show y'all. It's about our flea market, which we have right across the street from here at the Northeast Regional Library. It's over in the Roosevelt Boulevard Mall. There's a flea market there on Sundays. We'd like to show you the video at this time.
My name is Tony Soprano, and yes, that is my real name. I've been running flea market fundraisers for the past 31 years. Back in June of 2015, the management of Roosevelt Mall called me and said they have been hearing from their customers nothing but bring the flea market back that used to be here 12 years ago. When they called me, I thought it was a great opportunity to bring the flea market to the Northeast, which is exactly what we did. We were a huge success starting from day one. In July of 2015, it was 4th of July weekend, and we've been running every Sunday since then, April through November, the good weather months. If you'd like to be a vendor, we suggest that you get here no later than 6:30, 7 a.m. Sunday morning. After that, we've been known to run out of space. Spaces are $20 per parking space. With the $20 space, you can pull up to your space, unload, and then park your car elsewhere in the parking lot. However, if you get 2 parking spaces for $40, you can actually keep your vehicle on your space for the day, so you'll have it behind you all day long. If you'd like a reservation or more information, just either log onto our website, that's philafleamarkets.org, P-H-I-L-A, fleamarkets.org, or call our phone number, 215-625-FLEA. That's 215-625-3532.
The flea market across the street is a great place to explore so many great items, things that's been around from generations to generations. And I'd like to take this time, and I actually have something from the flea market that I'd like to give to one of our audience members. Okay, this is right here is an old camera, it's a Bell & Howell, which came from the flea market. As you know, they don't even make these any longer, but I'd like to present this to this lovely young lady here. And your name, ma'am? Lee Poulter, this is all yours today. All right. Next up, we have one of our patrons here. Again, there's a lot of talent here at the Free Library of Philadelphia. This gentleman here, I know him by Reginald Murray. He came to me one time and told me that he had wrote a book. So today he's going to he's here today to give us a little knowledge about his book. Introducing Mr. Reginald Murray.
Hi, how you doing? My name is Reginald Murray. I wrote it in the book titled A Successful Formula. It's a self-development book. It's about helping you have a healthy relationship with people, you know, in general. And let's say if you want to start your own business, how to attain your goals, and also like if you get like into a, you know, sometimes a bad situation, there's always some good that comes out of it.
Would you like to read an excerpt from your book for us, please?
Sure, no problem. Okay, it says, why steal another's idea? Well, it says, it is a well-known fact that when one comes up with a remarkable thought, another person will try to steal your thunder and say it was theirs, not yours. And you know, someone else will try to take off with your idea just to make a profit, and will just literally take the money and run. Well, a prime example is the person who invented the abdominal crunch machine. He didn't have enough capital to patent his device. Thus, another person saw what he was doing, capitalized on his conception, and amassed $125 million in revenue. And of course, the original inventor made a profit of the same amount, but he had a rough ride in trying to reclaim his brilliance.
Thank you. And what inspired you to write this book?
Well, I had the Reverend Leon Sullivan and some of the other professionals like Dale Carnegie and Norman Vincent Peale, and I said, you know, to help out with my community, I said I thought they inspired me a lot, and I said this would, you know, be good medicine toward it, because look like to me, the bad are trying to take control of the streets, and we just cannot let that happen.
So what overall message did you want to deliver for the readers while they read your book?
I say, if you want to start your own business, maybe you're in college, this would be a great help to you, to help you get through. I mean, it is a rough life out here, but you got to persevere. You got to keep moving on. You got to keep doing it.
Are you planning to write any more books in the future?
I think I am. Yes, I do. I don't know how soon, but yes, I think I want to dedicate my life for the rest of my life to be an author. And I'm also a freelance poet.
Amazing. Will they continue to be self-help books, or will they be doing different genres?
I think to be different genres. You know, I want to be like write fictions and maybe science fantasies and all like that. It could be another self-help book.
Okay. And from the excerpt that you read for us, what goal did you want the readers to get from it?
I'd say just, you know, do the best you can. I just want you to attain your goal. That's all.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Reginald, for reading your book
Thank
with
you.
us.
Thank you.
Seems like your book can help a lot of people reach their goals.
I do. I hope so.
All right. Now it's time to get to some of our many other issues. We have Miss Christina Pilato. She's here. She's going to speak about the immigrant communities in the Northeast. We have a wonderful guest, and again, her name is Miss Christina Pilato. She's from the Brazilian community. She's going to speak to us about that, and she's up next.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you tell us a little bit about the Brazilian community here in the Northeast?
Yes. But as I am here for 1 year and a half, I think Marli will talk better than me because he lives here for a long time, okay?
Okay.
Marli?
Hello, my name is Molly. I've been here on Northeast for past 14 years, and when I arrived here, there was like a few stores and a few Brazilian peoples. Right now we have a large community, and this community we are located at San Martin of Tours. We have the Father José Luis Queimado, and we have a lot of things that as a Brazilian community, and we have like a Portuguese from Portugal, from Europe, and we have a Spanish community, so it's a large one. And we have right now like a lot of stores, restaurants and other stores that offer to our community, Brazilian community, and all of the community services.
Has the community faced any difficulties throughout the past years?
Yes, like all the news, we have faced like discrimination about our culture and our color of skin, our language, but our accents. But we are strong, and we have faced that, and we have a lot of good things about that, because when you move to another country, I know we come with a baggage, like good things and some bad things, but we prefer to just stay with good things and learn a lot. We have been learning a lot here. It's a great country, great peoples, and we love this country as we love our country too. So we are here to share good things, just good things.
And what projects or events does the community take part in the Northeast?
Yes, we have, like I said, a large of things we do here. And we have, as I am part and Christiana too, we have like a project to help people on the street, homeless and poor peoples. We have once a month we go to the streets and give them like food, medicine, some medicine, the first ID, and clothes. We receive like a lot of donations about clothes and all people can need on the street. And it has been for almost 2 or 3 years we have done that.
If anybody would like to participate in the community or be involved with the Brazilian community, what would you ask them to do?
Yes, everyone is welcome. We have like a Facebook page, like Angels of Street, and we have the Brazilian community page too on Facebook. And as I said, always you can ask for San Martin of Tours, Father José Luis Queimado. He is with us and they help us a lot about search what we can do to these peoples, because sometimes, as I told you, we cannot do a lot, but we can do a little. And we believe if everybody do a little things, we can search good and big things.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you for that great information about the Brazilian community. Now we'd like to watch a video about some people who are active in the Brazilian community and some children. Let's watch that video. That's up next.
My name is Jada and I like riding bikes, and this is in the Northeast. My name is Jada and I am the 4th sibling out of 5.
Hi, my name is Paige. I work at Darren Rec Center. What I'm most excited for this summer is to have a great time with both the kids and my co-counselors, go on awesome trips, and teach them all the new games that we learned.
Hi, my name is John. I'm with Happy Hollow Recreation Center, and the 3 things I look forward to this summer are getting to interact with the kids, hopefully teaching them new things, and without summer camp, a lot of the kids will be able to experience a lot of the cool trips that we're doing. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
I think you did. We're done.
Welcome back to Northeast Regional Library. Ralph, I had a question for you. You've been in security for the library system for many years now. What do people come to the library for? How do we serve them? What do people ask you about?
Well, we get a variety of people here to come into the Northeast Regional Library. We get those who come in. Some of them just don't have a place to go and they feel safe and secure here. They come in, they read the newspapers. We have newspapers dated from back, Lord knows how long. This is a very informative place. Again, there's a lot of events that take place here that we have in our meeting room. We have social events, we have live events like we have today. there's just a lot going on. We have people here that don't know anything about computers. That's when PhillyCAM and the People Media, they come in and assist us and give people a little knowledge of, how to use their tablets, what they can do with their tablets. For an example, there's a gentleman sitting here right now in our audience. I believe his name is Mr. Nelson, is it? This gentleman here came in the library, knew nothing about computers, not a thing about computers. We have a computer lab, and he's been coming here for maybe the past 5 or 6 months, sir? 5 or 6 months, and today I see him every day when I'm here working, I see him on the computer. So again, we get people to just everyday walks of life, just walks off the street, they come into the library not knowing anything about computers. And here we have the assistants, PhillyCAM, that helps out, and we have our lab here. For those who don't know anything about computers, we have classes, and they now keeps them up to date and abreast about what's going on with the computers.
And certainly, Ralph, I mean, you mentioned that how this is a safe place, and it's because of your security team. We have a great security team who makes this a safe place for everybody. We are located in a community like the Brazilian community. We have lots of different immigrant communities that use this library, people who are brand new to the country, and this is the first doors they walk into when they're getting settled here, we have people who come from war-torn countries who are looking for refuge. It's a real melting pot here in Northeast Regional, and it's a place where people can figure out how to get on the path to citizenship. They can use our resources to find employment. We have books in 8 foreign languages, from Russian to Chinese to Vietnamese to French to Portuguese. So we do our best to try to serve a very, very diverse neighborhood. Of course, we always want suggestions of how we can do better. The library does so. Please, wherever you're from or whatever your needs are, stop in at your local library. We're kind of the first stop. We can if we can't help you, we will send you to the right place. But
are there any classes that serve these immigrants?
We have a computer lab, and we offer introductory classes to using a computer, to using basic programs like Microsoft Word and Microsoft Excel. We have a librarian here who speaks Hindi, and she teaches the classes in Hindi sometimes.
Okay.
So we also have volunteers who have a very vibrant and very well-attended English language ESL class, conversation classes, and classes on how to gain citizenship.
And when do those classes meet?
So we have ESL classes on Tuesday afternoons, Wednesday evenings, and also Thursday and Friday afternoons. I would say to get our full schedule, you can give the library a call at 215-685-0501, or head over to freelibrary.org, www.freelibrary.org, and go to the events calendar, and you'll see all of our classes, our ESL classes, the hours of our passport office, the workshops that we have, the fairs that we have coming up. So that's a good place to start.
And these services are all free to the public?
Everything,
no cost?
Everything is free. Everything is open to the public. We have outside groups sometimes, but we tell them if you're going to come and use our space, you need to be open to the public. Everyone's allowed to attend everything at the library. And yes, everything is free.
And the library often caters to both adults and children. We have many different children's books as well. We are the Northeast Regional, I'm proud to say, we have the highest circulation in children's materials. And we have wonderful children's programming, but no matter what neighborhood you're in Philadelphia, your local library has after-school programs for children where they can get homework help, and story times for toddlers and for school-aged children. We have programs for children almost every day here, but wherever you are in the city,
we have free services for children, and wonderful children's librarians in each of our 54 locations.
And I get this question a lot, but could you explain how someone could get a library card?
Sure. You can get a library card in person. Stop it at the library. All you need to bring in as an adult is a photo ID. You can, if you're a child, if you're a parent, come with your child. All you need is the child there with you. You need the parent or guardian and the child. We can give you a children's card. If you're in school, if you're a teenager between the ages of 12 and 17, you don't need to come with a parent. Just come, bring a school ID or a school report card or roster, and you can get a card that way. Again, if you have fines, please don't let that stop you from coming in. We want to work with you, and we want you to have that card in your pocket, in your wallet. So please don't be afraid of us because as a child you had fines, or we want everybody to have that card. You can also get a card online, and have it mailed to you, or you can have a virtual card emailed to you, so you can fill out the application online.
Could you talk to us a little bit about the databases on our freelibrary.org website? For example, the ebooks and the movies.
We have, we don't just lend out physical books. Now, our ebooks, which you can get for Kindle or for your cellular, your mobile device, are very, very popular. Just like a regular book, you may have to wait a little bit because the book could be on hold. We only have a certain copies of these virtual books, even though they are virtual. But we have tens of thousands of virtual books, both in ebook format that you can read on your tablet or on your phone, also audiobooks that you download and you can listen to. And then we also have hundreds of databases, as you mentioned. So, as I said before, in this building or in any library, we'll have a few encyclopedias, but you can literally get a whole library's worth of encyclopedias through a database we have called the Gale Virtual Reference Library. So you can research science or history, philosophy, any subject really, online with your library card. You log in your card number and your PIN number. And we have databases for small businesses. We have databases for students at all age levels. We have homework help databases. Really, if you go to our website, freelibrary.org, and click on the electronic resources or database page, you'll see a list of all the hundreds of databases, most of which are accessible from your home with your library card, which again, you can get virtually. So you can, hop over to your computer, sign up for a card, get that card number emailed to you, and then hop onto our databases.
Okay, thank you very much for this information about the library.
Sure, you're welcome.
Thank you for the information again, Pete. Before I let you all know about our Brazilian Festival. You can save the date, September the 17th. It's going to be at the Penn's Landings in Philadelphia. And our next guest will be our violinist, and her name is Caitlin. Let's get the last name here, Cyril. She's up next, and enjoy y'all. from our house band, the Jazz Bims and Caitlin Rose. Take it away. Okay, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Now we're going to have an interview here.
Hi, you guys. So, would you like to introduce yourself again?
I'm Noah Canada of Jazz Gems.
I'm Caitlin Cyril.
And I'm John Thomas of the Jazz Gems.
And what instruments do you guys play?
I play primarily saxophone.
Okay.
I play violin and a little bit of trumpet and piano.
And I play drum set or drums or percussion. There's a lot of names for it.
Okay. So, how did you start your instrument? How and when, and what led you to choose your specific instrument?
So I actually started on violin in 3rd grade, and then 5th grade I went to clarinet, and then I've played that up until now. And I started saxophone because when I started high school, my music teacher was like, "Hey, you're a pretty big hand, so here's a saxophone," because there were no other saxophone players. So that's the story. I've been playing since freshman year.
Okay.
I started on trumpet because I wanted to be in the jazz band. And then all my friends started playing violin, and then I felt left out. And then my mom was like, "Hey, you should play." So then I started playing, and I play up until now, and I'm in 11th grade. So.
And when did you start?
Oh, I started when I was in 5th grade.
Okay.
So I guess in technicality, my parents like to tell me that I started playing since I was 2 years old, because I don't know exactly how it started because I don't have any memory of that, but maybe I was banging on pots and pans and then they thought that me playing drums was a good idea, so they got me a baby drum set, and then it kept going. Eventually I wanted to take lessons, and still doing that, and now I'm here.
Thank you. And I know a lot of people start up an instrument when they're young, but then eventually they start to lose that interest and they don't play anymore. So what has kept you motivated throughout the years to continue playing and being involved with music?
I just really don't want to do anything else. I think to myself, I'm like, yeah, I could try to be a lawyer or something. And I'm like, it's kind kind of boring. So hopefully music works out in my favor in the long run, and I just get to keep playing whether I'm performing or whether I'm just teaching at a school when I'm older. But I hope not to stop. So.
My friends and family that always go to my performances and they always motivate me and they say, "Hey Kate, when's the last time you played a cover?" And they remind me that I have to keep practicing, keep posting stuff. I play a lot in church, so whenever the pastor comes up to me and asks me to play, it's like my go-to thing.
So I guess when I was in middle school, what a lot like Rose said, I was pretty unmotivated about playing, whether it be my teachers kind of being aggressive about me practicing or just me not feeling like playing on certain days. But eventually, once I got into high school, there was one time where I was playing with a few friends and I noticed how fun that actually is for me. Like if I'm, let's say, just playing music like with my friends or whatever, it's like, it's almost surreal at that point. It's like I'm in a different place and that's like the only place that exists. And almost like, I feel like a lot of the time I would almost like to just stay there. So that's why I'm in music, because it's unbelievably joyful for me.
That's great. And if someone were, for example, like a little elementary school kid, and they wanted to take up the saxophone or the violin or the drums, what would you suggest to them? Like how to get them motivated to take that first step and be proactive for their own benefit?
I would say to hit me up for lessons and just be like, hey, like if you need lessons, I can teach you. Kind of broke, so I mean, I don't know. I just told them to keep playing, and I don't know. It's a hard question. Middle schooler. I would tell them they have to practice because I didn't do that as a kid.
But what if they're afraid to be like, hey, I want to take up this giant instrument, but I have no idea what all these buttons do? It's pretty scary for a little kid.
I'd say start small and work your way up. Like usually, if it's a saxophone, most kids start on like an alto saxophone, which is about half the size of this, and so they start on that. They start with really basics. But once you understand it, it's only a couple buttons, and so like that's why a lot of middle schoolers start out on the saxophone, just because it's 6 main buttons that you press, and then that's about it. It looks like a lot, but
it does look like a lot.
I'd say just go for it and go in confident, because everyone starts somewhere and you can't just be good suddenly. It takes a lot of practice and motivation. And there's a lot of different genres you can do with music. So like whatever instrument you pick, there's a lot you can do with it, and you can, yeah.
So yeah, I'd say along the lines of what everybody else said. I mean, for an elementary schooler who really seems interested in becoming a musician, I would say to completely go for that and see and find what you like and what you don't like, because I feel like that's probably what the most important thing is. You know, maybe you don't end up wanting to become a musician, but I feel like the best thing to do is to encourage people to find what they love to do. So yeah.
I agree. We all start somewhere. We don't always pick up the violin and be master at it and sound great. Exactly. So if you pick up any type of instrument and you're squeaking and sounding bad, that's where we all start. So I think it's very good for someone, just go for it. Do you plan to continue your musical career in the future?
Yeah, a little bit. I created a band over the past year with a couple of my friends, so I hope that goes pretty well.
And what's the name of your band?
It's the Jazz Gems. A couple more of them were supposed to come here, but they couldn't make it.
Well, I did.
Unfortunately, Jack, the drummer, who's like better than everybody else, came.
I'm sure you all are equal level.
Except for people's attendance, it's a little bit. But besides that, I hope to continue that. I hope to become a music teacher and hopefully perform jazz for the rest of my life. Hopefully it works out.
I know music is always going to be a part of my life throughout my years, but I'm going into the medical field, and I guess I can play it in the side still.
Okay.
For me, I'm gonna be pursuing and playing music, hopefully professionally until I'm dead, because I feel like that's the one thing that not only I'm really good at, but it's the one thing that makes me happier than anything else. So I'm sticking with it.
Thank you. And one last question to wrap it up. What led you to jazz or pop or anything? Or what type of genre?
I actually hated jazz when I first started. I was like, this is stupid, doesn't make sense, and I had to keep playing in jazz band, and there were no other people, so I just had to keep playing. It was mostly because of one teacher that I had that just really pushed me, and then I got lessons and that just being around it a lot in school and other places.
I started out, before I started playing violin, I used to watch a lot of YouTube videos of people playing, and I was like, oh, that sounds so cool. And they were just playing all these pop songs, and I really got into that because you can also improv with pop songs, and you can have a lot more freedom, even though it's usually a steady beat. It's not a lot of key changes or anything like that. So, yeah.
I mean, in terms of just music in general, I try to find the best out of whatever I'm listening to, and at first, the music that I probably play the most now is jazz music, and how I got introduced to that was in my freshman year in high school, which I just one of the music teacher for the jazz band when I got in told me to listen to some songs that we were playing, and they were professional records, and that just kind of opened a whole new world up for me, because it was a type of music that I feel like you have a lot of freedom in, and it's just beautiful in so many ways.
Thank you. Thank you guys for being here with us and performing your amazing music. And thank you for being here.
Thank you for having
us.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank our young people for coming out today. Wow, this has truly been an experience. And that's what PhillyCAM is about. You know, it's about having fun, exploring, getting out. You know what I'm saying? Because this is my first time doing this. And hey, I'm telling you, I was nervous. But we're going to take a station break right now because I really need it. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out and being a part of this fun event. We also, after the show, we're going to have free food, fun, and fellowship down in our humongous meeting room here at the Northeast Regional Library. And again, if you want any more information, you can visit www.peoplesmediacollection.org to learn more about the People's Media Collection, and visit www.phillycam.org for more information about community media and PhillyCAM. And thank you for coming out and taking the time to meet and greet with us.
I don't know.
Here we have to go live music to
Don't try
close
it.
out.
Try it.
Again, come on down for some free
I just look at your that's
me. you.